first shuttle run is just like the one we tested in. You'll start in the center line facing straight ahead. You'll then sprint 5 yards to your right or left as fast as you can, touch the line, sprint back 10 yards to the other side as fast as you can, touching the line, and then back through the middle trying to nod through the finish as fast as you can go. For the second shuttle run, you'll once again start in the middle, except this time you'll face out towards one of the lines. You'll sprint straight ahead for 5 yards, touch the line with your foot, go into a backwards run for 10 yards back across to the other side, touching the line with your foot, and then sprinting straight ahead for the remaining 5 yards as fast as you can go. For the third shuttle run, you'll be back in the middle facing straight ahead. You will shuffle 5 yards to your right or left, sprint back across the other side for 10 yards to touch the line, and then shuffle back in the same direction you originally did to the middle. You need to make sure that you start once to your right and once to your left, doing 2 repetitions of this drill. For the final shuttle run, you'll start once again in the middle facing straight ahead. You'll then sprint 5 yards to your right or left, touching the line with your foot, shuffle back all the way across the field to touch the line with your foot, and then sprint back through the middle. Just like the last one, you need to make sure that you start one time to your left and one time to your right, so you equal out your shuffles. For the agility box drill, you'll need to set up 4 cones about 5 yards apart to make a square. You'll start on one end, sprint straight ahead to the first cone, shuffle across to the other cone, backpedal back to the back cone, and then turn and sprint to the finish. After you perform 3 repetitions on each side, you need to do 3 repetitions starting on the other side as well. For the Xbox, you'll need 4 cones to make a 5-yard square. You'll start at one of the back cones, sprint straight ahead to the first cone, sprint diagonally across to the other cone, then straight up to the final cone, and then back, finishing the X to where you started. Once you've done 3 reps on one side, you need to go ahead and do 3 reps on the other side as well. For the reaction drill, you'll need 4 cones to make a 5-yard square and a partner. The person performing the exercise will stand in the middle of the square, and the partner will point to the first cone they want them to run to. Once they've run to that first cone, they'll point to one other cone, and the partner must react and get to that other cone as quickly as possible. For the med ball toss and sprint, you will assume your hitting stance and hold a med ball in your hands. You will then perform a side toss, throwing the ball as far as you can and accelerate into a full speed sprint down the first baseline, simulating hitting a baseball and running out of the box.
If we want to try and improve our foot speed, a couple things we can do are based off line drills. Right? We're going to pick our feet up and put them down on the line in a couple different fashions to try to quicken your foot speed. Right? First one we're going to do is just a side-to-side jump. Right? Simulates kind of a skiing move a little bit. Right? We're going to get a nice easy base. We're going to have our knees flexed. Right? We're going to jump across the line as many times as I can in a designated amount of time. Looks a little bit like this. Right, the next one we can do, right, we're going to jump over the line this time, so we're going to go forward to backwards. Key is to really work on keeping your head balanced over your belly button. If your head gets too far forward or too far back, you're going to slow down your pace, right? That's what it should look like. A little bit more difficult line drill that you can do to quicken your footwork is a one-footed hop. So we'll start with our right foot. Right, it should look a little like this. You got to make sure you use your offside to balance your body out a little bit, right? And then we can do the same thing on the left side.